Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to hold on to something, the more it seems to slip away? The more you chase people, the more distant they become. The more you overthink every little detail, the more confused you feel. The more you compare your life to everyone else's, the more you begin to feel like you're falling behind. If you've ever felt that way, I want you to know something. You are not alone, you are not broken, and you are definitely not the only person going through it. Many of us spend years chasing things we think will finally make us happy. We chase people's approval, we chase relationships that aren't meant for us, we chase opportunities that have already passed, we chase perfection, we chase validation, and while we are busy chasing all of those things, we forget to build the most important person in our lives, which is ourselves. The truth is, your life starts to change the moment you stop chasing and start becoming. Today, I want to share 6 powerful mindset shifts that can help you detach from what is holding you back, stop overthinking every decision, and begin becoming the person you've already wanted to be. Let's get started. Number 1, accept that not everything is meant to stay. One of the hardest lessons in life is accepting that people change, situations change, plans change. Sometimes the life you imagine doesn't happen the way you expected it, and that's okay. Many of us suffer because we spend so much energy trying to hold on to things that have already ended. Maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a dream that no longer fits who you've become. Instead of asking yourself, why did this happen to me? Try asking, what is this experience trying to teach me? Every season of your life has a purpose. Some people come into your life to stay, others come to teach you something and leave. Holding on to what's already gone only keeps you from seeing what's waiting ahead. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It simply means you stop forcing what no longer belongs in your life. Sometimes letting go isn't losing. Sometimes letting go is making room for something better. Number 2, stop creating problems that doesn't exist. Have you ever caught yourself imagining an entire conversation before it even happened? It happened to some people, a lot of people. You convince yourself someone is upset with you because they replied late. You assume you are going to fail before you've even tried. You replay yesterday's mistakes over and over again, wishing you could change something that can never be changed. That's what overthinking does. It turns possibilities into certainties inside your mind. The problem is that your brain doesn't always tell the truth. Sometimes it tells stories based on fear, stories based on insecurity, stories based on past experiences that don't even apply anymore. The next time you find yourself overthinking, pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I actually know this is true, or am I just assuming? That one question can save you from hours of unnecessary stress. Most of the things we worry about never happen, yet we lose sleep over them, we lose peace over them, we lose joy over them. Imagine how much lighter your life would feel if you stop fighting battles that only exist in your imagination. Not every thought deserves your attention. Some thoughts deserve to be ignored. The more you practice letting unhelpful thoughts pass without believing them, the more peaceful your mind becomes. Because peace doesn't come from having all the answers. Peace comes from learning that you don't need to control everything. Number 3, stop chasing people who don't chase you. One of the biggest reasons we struggle to detach is because we are constantly chasing people who have already chose us where we stand in their lives. Sometimes it's a friend who only remembers you when they need something. Sometimes it's someone you are interested in who gives you just enough attention to keep you hoping, but never enough to keep you feel secure. Sometimes it's even family members whose approval you've spent years trying to earn. Here is something I want you to remember. You should never have to convince someone to see your worth. Healthy relationships don't require you to beg for attention, constantly prove your value, or sacrifice your peace just to keep someone around. The people who truly value you want to make you question where you stand. That doesn't mean every relationship will be perfect, but it does not mean that respect, honesty, and effort should go both ways. Detachment isn't about becoming cold or pretending you don't care. It's about respecting yourself enough to walk away from situations that continuously drain your energy. The more you chase people, the more you lose yourself. Instead of asking, how do I make them choose me? Ask yourself, am I choosing myself? Because the relationship you have with yourself sets the standard for every other relationship in your life. Number 4, build a life you don't want to escape from. Have you ever noticed that the busiest, happiest, and most fulfilled people don't spend all day checking who tested them? They don't spend every hour comparing themselves to strangers online. Why? Because they're busy building a life they actually enjoy. One of the best ways to stop overthinking is to become so focused on your own growth that your mind has less time to obsess over things you can't control. That doesn't mean working every second of the day. It means living intentionally. Read a book, exercise, learn a skill, a new skill. Start that business idea you've been talking about. Create content if you can. Volunteer. Spend time with people who genuinely make you feel peace. People that makes you feel at peace. Yeah. That goal isn't to stay busy just for the sake of being busy. The goal is to fill your life with things that give it meaning. When your life has purpose, you stop searching for your identity in other people. You begin creating a life that feels fulfilling, whether someone else approves of it or not. Your greatest investment will never be someone else's opinion. It will always be the time you invest in becoming a better version of yourself. Number 5, stop waiting for the perfect time. So many people put their lives on hold because they are waiting until they have more money, waiting until they are more confident, waiting until they lose weight, waiting until they have that perfect equipment, waiting until fear disappears. The truth is, that perfect moment is probably never coming. Every successful person you admire started before they felt ready. They made mistakes. They felt nervous. They doubted themselves. But they started anyway. Imagine if every successful creator waited until they were perfect before posting their first video. Most of them would still be waiting today. Progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from consistency. Small actions repeated over time create massive results. Don't underestimate what one decision today can become 1 year from now. Your future self isn't asking you to be perfect. Your future self is simply asking you to begin. And remember this, the life you want isn't built by the things you plan. It's built by the things you actually do. Number 6, become the perfect person you are waiting for. A lot of people spend years waiting for something outside themselves to change. They're waiting for the perfect relationship, the perfect job, the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment. But what if the biggest change your life needs isn't outside of you? What if it's inside you? Think about it. The confident version of you, the peaceful version of you, the disciplined version of you, the successful version of you, that person isn't going to magically appear one morning. That person is created by the small decisions you make every single day. Every time you choose peace over drama, every time you stop checking your phone, hoping someone finally replied, every time you stop comparing yourself to people online, every time you keep your promise to yourself, you become a different person. Real transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly, one habit at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. Stop waiting for life to change before you change. Sometimes your life changes because you change first. Final thoughts. Before I end this video, I want to leave you with one thought. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. Inside that backpack are your fears, your regrets, the opinions of people who don't even think about you, the relationships you are trying so hard to save, the mistakes you refuse to forgive yourself for. Eventually, that backpack becomes so heavy that you can't enjoy the journey anymore. Now imagine putting it down, not because you suddenly became easy, because you finally realized you were never meant to carry all that forever. That's what detachment really is. It isn't giving up. It isn't becoming cold. It isn't pretending nothing matters. It's choosing peace over constant pressure. It's understanding that you can't control everything and you don't have to. It's believing that what's really meant for you won't require you to lose yourself just to keep it. Your energy is precious. Your time is precious. Your peace is precious. Protect them. The moment you stop chasing everything around you, you finally have the time to become the person you've always wanted to be. And one day, you will look back and realize that the things you thought you needed were actually the very things holding you back. So today, choose yourself, choose peace, choose growth, and keep moving forward one step at a time. Thank you so much for spending this moment with me. I truly hope this message reminded you that you are stronger than your fears, more capable than your doubts, and worthy of a life filled with peace and purpose. Take care of yourself, keep choosing peace, keep becoming the person you are meant to be. I'll see you in the next video.